Ford is expected to introduce a fully redesigned Ranger for 2024. The current belongs to the fourth generation that was released in 2019 and is one of the older mid-size trucks in the class. Ford hasn't provided any official information on the upcoming Ranger, but here's what we know about the upcoming truck. We expect the 2024 Ranger to look like the Global Ranger that Ford introduced in November 2021. The pickup truck should adopt a boxier, more rugged design with C-shaped daytime running lights, a chunkier grille, and a beefier front fascia. Ford's designers should incorporate some design elements that are found on the F-150 and Maverick for a familial look with the brand's other trucks. In addition to the more rugged styling borrowed from the Global Ranger, we'll be seeing a Ranger Raptor in the US for the first time. According to Ford Authority, the high-performance off-road variant will be making its way stateside next year. Ford Authority also gleaned spy shots of what appears to be a Supercab Ranger prototype fitted with the Tremor off-roading package. This is notable as you can only get the Tremor package as a Super Crew with the current Ranger. The interior design of the 2024 Ford Ranger will receive a massive overhaul for the new model year. If the truck shares the same interior design as the truck that's available globally, it will feature a more upscale design. The truck should gain a vertically oriented touchscreen that takes up a lot of space on the dashboard. The vertically oriented air vents match the screen's vertical layout. A few physical controls for the HVAC system are expected to sit underneath the touchscreen. We expect to see more interior storage compartments in the Ranger, like under-seat storage and a hidden upper glove box in the dash. Ford has announced the Global Ranger with a 10.1 and a 12-inch touchscreen that are both vertically oriented. These systems will run Ford's Sync 4 infotainment system and will include Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. We could also see the Ranger arrive with a digital instrument cluster. We expect to see navigation, a Bang & Olufsen audio system, satellite radio, a Wi-Fi hotspot, and multiple USB ports to be available. Steering weight feels heavier than in the F-150 Raptor, even in its lightest setting, but delivers little feedback. There isn't much for it to talk about given the front tire's limited ability to deliver lateral grip on asphalt. The Ranger tracks straight and doesn't wander, but although it feels stable at speed, it has little appetite for tighter corners. It doesn't take much enthusiasm to get the front pushing wide and the rear axle struggling for traction. Rear seat space is fine, but doesn't feel like much of a step on from what was previously on offer. What is new is the bench, which has been reshaped relative to the rest of the lineup to offer more support to outboard occupants for when the driver starts. Leg and headroom are both acceptable, and the bench is broad enough that three trot eyes will be able to travel on short journeys without wanting to kill each other afterwards. The inclusion of air vents is good, as is the fold-down central armrest with cup holders. It's handy for long road trips and for keeping warring kids apart. The Ford Ranger Raptor is based on the top-line Ford Ranger Wildtrak, but with the Ford Performance treatment. Regardless of the vehicle's external color, there are code orange trim highlights around the air vents and on the seats, plus a code orange 12 o'clock strip of leather at the top dead center of the steering wheel, a nod to rally cars. The edges of the dash and seats have faux suede leather trim and, as with the Wildtrak, the dash gets pop-out cup holders and a cubby above the glove box. While the Premium Pack, which includes Matrix LED headlights, premium audio, and 6 factory-fitted ready-to-go auxiliary switches in the roof console, is a $1,500 option on the Wildtrak, this kit is standard on the Raptor. In addition, the Raptor gained sports seats with power adjustment for both front seats and a 12.4-inch digital instrument cluster, which is currently not available on Wildtrak or any other Ranger model. The Ranger has one of the roomier cabins in the double cab UTA class. Although the cabin's framework is carried over from the previous model, Ford has eked out a few millimeters of cabin space by sculpting out the back of the front seats. And there are now air vents in the rear. The household PowerPoint from previous high-grade Rangers has been temporarily deleted until Ford develops an Australian, rather than universal, socket to meet local regulations. The UTA tub, with a spray-on bed liner as standard, has a 12V socket in the left rear panel. One change with the new model that tripped up most passengers are the new internal door levers, borrowed from the Ford F-150 in the US. The door release tab is a large horizontal lever inside the door pull. We like it, but for the uninitiated it's hard to find the first time. We're pleased Ford has kept the tiny LED lamp in the door lock switches on both front doors. They're a great visual reminder that you're locked down as you approach a windscreen washer at the lights, or the other half wants to lock all doors from their side of the car while the driver jumps out to grab the mail or dinner from the takeaway shop. You better go to look at the full review by clicking this video.